to do it. I'm not doing it. Who reported me? Y'all don't start reporting me. I might need somebody to come up in the box for about 15 minutes. If anybody can help me out real quick. I wouldn't be doing my music no more, right? But guess what? Somebody just got a $3 million deal doing what y'all say y'all sick of. Do y'all see how that work? I don't give two shits about what y'all think and what y'all don't like, because what I'm learning is y'all are crab in the barrel. What I'm learning is y'all don't like to see talented people. Y'all don't like to see people grow, evolve, and do something outside of what you like to watch. That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning. So who cares about what y'all say when in reality, y'all would keep a person stuck in what y'all want them to be, and y'all would keep a person stuck in a bubble, and they would never do anything because y'all feel like, oh, it's annoying to me. That's so annoying. Ooh, why is you doing that? Man, if I would have listened to y'all, I'm so glad I didn't stop. I'm so glad I kept going. Because if I would have stopped making my music and stopped doing what I do and stopped now making back-end deals with people, I would be looking real dumb if this girl that just got $3 million for doing exactly what I'm doing myself. And I do feel a little bit dumb because I didn't push it out there before, faster. I do feel a little bit crazy because I didn't push myself even more and harder. Go ahead, Madday, if you can help me out real quick.
Hey T, yeah, I just came up because you did ask for someone to come up here so the bitch in the comments can kiss my ass. But anyways, how you doing, girl?
I'm so good. I really appreciate you being here to help. That person in the comments did decide to come up, did they?
Didn't want to come up, but I sure did. Thank you, and thank y'all for the gifts. Anyways, I'll put my 2 cents in. So I just feel like this, right? When it comes to the bloggers, and even when it comes to anybody on TikTok, right? Have a stance and stand on it. I think the confusion comes for when you are asking people to care, to care, to care. Not saying that the bloggers are asking them to care, but when people are saying, y'all should care, y'all should care. And then people be like, well, what are we caring for? What do they want? What is it? So I don't think that it's knocking down the bloggers. I think it's more of getting an understanding of just what they want, or them actually listening to them, because they really said they weren't being heard. A lot of things were getting mixed up, a lot of things, but even asking for clarification, it still wasn't getting clarified. So I get what you're saying. If you're doing something and you're doing it for you, okay, cool. But if you're doing something or understand it, you got to give somewhat of a understanding. You got to give some of a, well, what do you want? What can we do better? And I thought that's what Kiana's live was about, but it just went left. So I'm just there. Like, if you want, we support who
What
we
happened
support.
in Kiana Live?
Huh? Oh, well, Kiana, I thought that was a brilliant idea. You know, I don't even really fuck with Kiana like that. But I thought it was a good idea to be like, what can we do better for you? What can we do better as your support system? That's with the
Yeah,
host.
yeah, yeah. I
That's with
think that is,
anybody,
yeah.
you
I
know?
like that. Oh,
So
okay,
I
okay.
like that. I think that that's really good. That's even with the host coming to their supporters. I even think that that's a good idea for Bella to do. If you have a platform, if you have content, ask your people, what can I do better for you? Not for the haters, not for the people that already don't like you, but for who likes me. What can I do better? What am I doing that you like? What do you want to continue on seeing? It's just getting feedback. It's just getting information. Now, with that being said, there are people that are just not going to care. And people have to realize on this app, there are just people that are not going to care. They're, as much as you want them to, as much as you want them to move how you want them to move when you want them to move it, they're just not going to care as much as you do. And you have to take that, you have to take the good and the bad when it comes to any platform, when it comes to your your content, when it comes to lives, you have to just take everything that comes with it. And I think that's where
Yeah,
we're getting.
I agree with that, but I do think it's easier said than done because like what we asking some people to do, it's still taking a lot of us time to master it ourselves, right? At some point, even if you know what I'm saying, you cannot care and be like, you know what, you could be the person that's like the most chill person. But when you on this internet, it's a totally different ball game on this internet, right? This internet is not like real life. Real life, you don't have to walk around with your head on a swivel. You ain't got people walking up to you and looking at you like, hey, you got something on your eye. Hey, you know what? Them shoes, I don't like them shoes. Hey, you said something out. You don't get that in the real world. So when you're on this internet and every day you're under a microscope of people's opinion, you blink wrong and they say, she was blinking wrong, so she got to be lying because she blinked a little faster today than she did yesterday. I might be blinking fast like that because I got something in my eye. But you telling me I'm lying. You got another person that may say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she got her head down, so she lying because she not looking at eye contact in the camera. And so eventually you do end up finding yourself explaining yourself to people because it's like a constant set of people that's meant to un you know what I'm saying, not misunderstand you, that's out here just to pick everything you say and do apart. And a lot of that stuff, we don't experience that in our real life. But when you're constantly under a microscope full of people telling you, you're doing this, you're doing that, you should have did this, you should have did that, eventually you are going to defend yourself or you are going to speak up because, like you are. It's just human nature. And people are taking things as human nature and saying, wait, why you care? You said you don't care. You said you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, but dang, like I'm gonna say how I feel. I still got feelings, but I'm gonna express that. And I don't think that means you have to necessarily care to the point where, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. But okay, well, I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna say my opinion on whatever. I'm gonna state the obvious, whatever it may be. I don't think that means you care about what everybody think about you, but I do think people have the right to defend themselves, to say. I think telling people if you don't care, don't say nothing is I think that's gaslight.
Yeah,
That's what gaslighting is to me.
I
I can
think,
talk about you all day long and you better not respond or you must care. I think that's manipulation. If you ask me, that's manipulation. That's it. That's all. Sit back, baby. So. I just don't. I don't rock with that. I don't rock with a bunch of people being able to talk about you, drag you, put your picture up, dissect everything about you. But the moment I tell you what I want to say about myself, I'm overly explaining myself. I overly care about what everybody thinks. I'm over so y'all get to go around and say whatever y'all want, and I can't speak for myself, but y'all can speak for me all across this app. But the moment I speak for myself, you gonna tell me I must care or I should shut up? No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. Like, who are y'all?
yeah, I completely understand that. And what's the problem in caring? What's the problem in someone actually saying, I do care? I do care about my image. I do care about how I'm viewed and how I'm seen on my platform. Like, I think people take that as a dig, like, oh, you care. Okay. It's okay to care about what you care about because everybody's going to care about what they care about, right? So it's just a matter of, if you care about anything, just stand on it. Don't worry about what others want you to feel or how to feel. I think that's where it gets confusing on this app, because one person can say something and then it changes the stance, and then it's like a domino effect, because if one person says it, then other people start speaking on it and stuff like that. So it's going to be a domino effect. So I think if you're feeling something and you care about something, just say that.
Agree.
That's
But
it.
I also think like Bella just said in the comments, you can do it in your own. You can control your own space. Um, I think
Absolutely.
that when people saying jump in the panel, jump in the panel, jump in the panel, I used to didn't even jump in the panel and address stuff. I used to just push my live button. Right? I jump in panels more now than I ever have, and that's also been a detriment to me. Me jumping in people panels and letting people, like where I can tell my own stuff, me jumping up and trying to explain myself in people panels and all that stuff has been more of a disservice to me than it has been a service to me. Because people will do that. I'll get on the panel and try to explain myself, but you got people that, they don't like you, so they gonna say, you lying, or, oh, that ain't what you said. You said this, but you said this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I know what I said, and I said what I said. But in my own space, I can say all that without nobody telling me I gotta stop speaking or I gotta, that's what the great thing about having your own live access is. Is I can actually just say, you know what? You're right. But let me go ahead and push my button where I
Yeah,
can
because
run my own.
yeah, you can have your own
Yeah.
voice. You ain't got to worry about being muted. You ain't got to be worried about paying to be dropped and stuff like that. That's why it's too control what spaces you go into, control
I
who
got you a
goes into
water.
your
Hold on
space.
one second.
Oh, sorry.
You want your water? Mirror, you want your water? Okay, well, I got it when you need it. The heck did I do with it? Okay, I can park now. You need help? Find me a parking spot now. They done changed the football time because it get dark earlier, so.
I was about to say you early, ain't you?
Yes, they changed the time, y'all. I was supposed to be here 15 minutes ago, but I rolled past it. 'Cause I took another street. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be stationary. And let me tell y'all what I just got a restriction for. Um, for not being stationary. Oh, you see how that TikTok is changing things as well? Like even us not being stationary, sitting in the camera and having quality, TikTok now starting to even restrict our content for that. It's more expectations for us on a daily basis. Even when you're trying to get into the content creator program, your quality of your videos have to be a certain way. It's so many things that y'all don't even realize that even requires us to be able to maintain a bag, keep a bag, get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I've been on here for 30 minutes. I can't even get 100 hearts. But again, you can't make no like these are all. This is work. This is a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's for having static background with no movement. Probably. That's why I asked somebody to come up. It's hard. Now they requiring you to
See,
be more
even reading.
engaging and active. Clear.
Yeah, but even like, sorry, T, I'm reading this dumb comment that someone just did to Bella. It's like, no, Bella, you're just afraid of Blaze. Like, I'm so sick and tired of the narrative of people being scared of people. Like,
What?
they just
Where that
put,
come from?
I don't know, somebody dumb in the comments. It's just like, do y'all just wake up and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna think of the dumbest shit to say. And I'm just gonna act the person and just say it and just see where it goes. Cause it's just like, you don't know Bella and you don't know Blaze personally to even know their conversation, to even know their, I know a lot of people, have their theories on what their relationship is and stuff like that, but you really don't know. So how you gonna say somebody's scared of somebody and you don't know? They could have been talking on the phone right before this live. They could be texting right now. You don't know. You just put what you want to put on it, and then you wonder why people move the way that they move. You wonder why people put up the blockers and put up the blocking and put up the only wanting to be in there. You just proved the point we just made. You just proved it by that one stupid comment right there.
I'm saying. Oh boy, this is interesting. I know I saw my lion up in here.